Last War family, this is OMFG Joe from server 379, and today we're going to go over the hero swap. It's not something I'm going to be able to do myself, and I'll show you guys why in just a second, but I am going to tell you what the best options are for you to swap folks out. So before we get started, please do like, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys so much for commenting as well, and thank you to our members for membership as well. All of those ways help the channel to be able to grow and help me to be able to help more of you with information. You guys help me learn as well. All right, let's go ahead and get into it here. So let's read over what Hero Swap does. So the newly updated Hero Swap system allows commanders to swap essential hero progress. Tap next, continue reading the guide. Okay. After swapping, the 2 hero levels, gear ranking stars, and hero shards will be swapped. The Wall of Honor levels will remain unchanged, but further upgrades will be locked if the hero is below 5 stars. So that means if you've got, let's say, Violet at 5 stars in her Wall of Honor already, and you do a swap, and you swap her, and she drops back down to 4 stars, it will not remove her current Wall of Honor, but you won't be able to get back to that level until you've upgraded it all the way back to whatever level you're at. Okay? The exclusive weapons will not be swapped. If the hero's rank drops below 5 stars after the swap, the exclusive weapon will be temporarily locked, and its effects won't apply in battle until the hero is ranked back at 5 stars. Not a whole lot of reason to do that, in my opinion. There could be some rare scenarios where that would make sense. But for instance, if someone was swapping to air from tank and they needed to get Carly up, and they wanted to swap out an exclusive weapon hero, still, even in that scenario, though, there's no real reason to do it because you've got Mason and Violet, and potentially, if you can get enough of her shards to get her back up to 3 stars, you've got Scarlet as well. Change in rankings or exclusive weapons may result in a hero's skill level drop, decreasing. Don't worry, we will return all lost skill medals. So if you drop from a 5-star down to a 4-star, you can't have the level of skill medals, so it's a nice way to get a return of skill medals. You receive 2 hero swap vouchers. These items can be used in this event, and if you've saved them, like you see here, you've got multiples. We've got 4 from the different seasons. So one thing I am going to do if I'm y'all, in fact, let's go ahead and do this now. In fact, I didn't think about this until just now, but Violet, I'm looking at everything right now, and I am seeing that getting Scarlet up is more important than Violet. Her skills are way better, so I'm going to go ahead and do the swap. I didn't think about that until now. Let's go ahead and do that. So this is how the swap is going to work. So let's go and look at both of them beforehand so you guys can see what I mean by everything. Let's go to tank. All right, so she is currently at her skill levels are at 0. The gear will swap as well, so be very cautious with that. I wouldn't go too deep in the paint on that, but let's go ahead and look at that. Okay, so you can do a swap out. It's going to boost all of her skills up to the level that Violet is currently at. So she'll get 14 of her skill medals immediately. She's going to go up to 5 stars immediately. She's going to go up to level 60 immediately. And we're going to be able to look at her. Let's go ahead and do this real quickly. Perfect. But Violet will then drop down to 3 stars on everything. So let's go do that real quickly. It should be interesting to see. Let's see where the power is at right now. So she is at 4.46 million. Let's save that. And let's go do our swap, and then we're going to see how far she's going to drop from the 4.873. So let's go ahead and do a swap real quickly. All right, so back into here. We're going to go to the hero swap. And now I'm going to show you guys something from my team after we get done with this. But let's go ahead and select her. And let's select her. And here we go. All right, so it's going to tell you what's going to happen here. So she's already at Wall of Honor level 46. So it's going to take me a hot minute to get her back up to that level. And that's okay. I'm going to still do the swap here. And look at that power increase. All right, now due to Violet's skill downgrade, the following skill medals have been returned. So that's actually great. So that gives me the ability to use the skill medals now on my main squads. This is a nice way to get skill medals flipped around. So that could be something else you could do, is like a double swap to refund all of your skill medals if you're already at. So with her sitting there, that's a great way for people who are locked right now, because you can't do this unless you have a hero that's not at 5 stars already. So this could be a great way to get all of the skills back to put them onto your best heroes. So that's something you guys might see me do in a second with Mason as well, but we'll contemplate that and think about it for a bit. Let's go back now. Let's look at how much that upgrade did. So now we're at 4.860, and the reason I did that is because if you look at Scarlet's her buffs are massive. She increases a hero defense by 60% just at level 1 there. Reduces damage taken by Scarlet and one adjacent unit by 18.2%. Adjacent is going to be when multiple adjacent heroes are present. Scarlet's skills will prioritize selecting the back row heroes closest to her. So it does back row buff instead. Self HP's attack defense 20% respectively. Skill cooldown is 10%. And then attack a single enemy dealing physical damage equal to 629.37% of the attack. So what's beautiful about her versus Violet is that Violet is stuck at, let's go and look at it real quickly here. Violet's skills, I don't know why that skill didn't reset. That's interesting. It was supposed to reset. But hers is specifically about monsters, her buffs, and we don't want monster buffs, right? So that's great. But what I want you guys to see, though, if we go and look into the messages here, I'm going to scroll down to go look at Gil. All right, so what Gil's got here on his is that he has got it at where... What Gil has here is, let me lock this. Sorry, guys. I thought I had it on. All right, what Gil has here is Gil has got it at he's got multiple heroes that can be upgraded. If we go and save this photo real quickly, let me go and do it. I'll do some circling. So if I'm Gil, he's got the opportunity to go get a second full squad of 5 stars for his heir, if he goes ahead and uses both Mason and Violet and upgrades Schuler and Lucius. Bumps both of those up. Now he's got a very solid 4 out of 5. Is that 4 out of 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he would have 4 out of 5 stars for his heir, and he could just plug in either Tesla or plug in either Tesla or plug in Swift as his other hero into there. Yes, it's going to take those 2 down, but remember, those guys are only really impactful versus your monsters. So not going to be very impactful in player versus player. So that's why it does so well and helps you so much. All right, now let's go and look here. So on this one, similar situation, I should say, but let's go and look at what is their best option to go ahead and bump up. So in this scenario, if I'm them, I am going to get one hero. I'm going to take Mason, and I'm going to get a 5-star Morrison. Swap out Mason and Morrison. Then, because she's so much further away, I'm taking Violet. I'm going to take Violet, and I'm going to swap Violet out with Fiona, even though Fiona and Adam probably pretty similar in what value they have to the missile, but I'm swapping those out. Use these former UR, and then if you happen to get the Scarlet up to level to 1, during the season at some point you should. If you got enough tickets, you would then swap her out potentially. Now, I've got to do some more research on Scarlet because she's actually the first time a purple hero converting to UR has looked like she could be very impactful to player versus player. So he might want to go and do a Williams replacement, but we'll have to kind of look at that later. But as of right now, if she gets all the way up to 5 stars, would we potentially then swap out her, her and Adam so that you would have a fully 5-starred missile team to go along with the other 5-star teams? So that's what we're looking at here, is you're looking to take those formerly purple heroes and swapping them out. Now, if they've upgraded, to swap them out with your other main heroes, so that way you can get a full 5 stars across the board, hopefully, or at least get 2 out of 3 in certain situations. So you can get 2 out of 3 in certain situations. You can get 3 out of 3 fully at 5 stars in other situations. So, again, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was very helpful today. This is OMFG Joe from Server 379, signing out.